When you cover the automotive industry on the internet, nothing really surprises you anymore. But occasionally, you pause and think, this is interesting. That recently happened when Toyota announced it was joining the Ionna charging consortium. Ionna is a joint venture of automakers who are investing in the rollout of electric vehicle charging infrastructure in the United States and Canada. According to their website, quote, "Our mission is clear: make EV charging accessible, reliable, and incredibly convenient," end quote. The company plans on doing that by offering, quote, "seamless charging-centric solutions," end quote, and placing those charging locations in places that make sense. Ionna plans on installing a minimum of 30,000 total chargers located strategically across the country. These locations will have canopies to protect against the elements, where possible, and be located near amenities that also make sense. You know, like restrooms and food, and hopefully not the back of a dark, abandoned Walmart parking lot. Additionally, Ionna expects to deploy an app which will allow customers to make reservations to charge, meaning the customer doesn't need to have to sit and wait for a charger to become available. Plus, each charging location will have both CCS and NACS connectors, sorry Chatamo, to connect to any modern electric vehicle. We also hope that the charging network, works. That's proven to be difficult for other charging providers. We're looking at you, Electrify America. Toyota currently has one electric vehicle in its lineup, plus one Lexus and one by the way of Subaru, but the company has seemed reluctant to commit to an EV future. The company preaches a multi-energy solution, which we admit does make sense, but the company would much rather talk about its hybrid solutions today. Seeing Toyota put money into this new charging network does indicate that the company takes electric vehicles seriously and that maybe we'll see some of those EVs it teased a while back actually come to fruition. There have been attempts at building out a nationwide charging network in the past in the United States and Canada, but it hasn't been that successful. The Tesla Supercharger network is really the only reliable network out there, and those stations are about to become much busier when automakers switch to NACS connectors in their vehicles. Electrify America was founded from Dieselgate fines, and while the company does some things right, the stations still aren't known to be the most reliable. EVgo works with GM on some of its charging locations, but again, location and uptime are a concern. ChargePoint locations are paid for by each location, and each location is required to maintain the equipment, which isn't a solid recipe for reliability. Ionna's Gang of 8 means that each of these automakers now have skin in the game. BMW, GM, Honda, Hyundai, Kia, Mercedes-Benz, Stellantis, and now Toyota have all committed to charging infrastructure, and companies are typically much more motivated when there's money on the line. What we do know is, here at EV Pulse, is that we'll appreciate the 30,000 new charging ports installed in North America by the year 2030. We think you will too. Do you want to learn more about the switch from CCS to NACS? We have a thorough explainer describing the process, the connector, and what it ultimately means to you as the end user. You can watch that video by clicking the on-screen link right now.